Psalm 139. O Lord, thou hast searched me and known me. Verse 2. Thou knowest my downsitting and mine uprising. Thou understandest my thought afar off. Verse 3. Thou compassest my path and my lying down, and art acquainted with all my ways. Verse 4. For there is not a word in my tongue, but, lo, O Lord, thou knowest it altogether. Verse 5. Thou hast beset me behind and before, and laid thine hand upon me. Verse 6. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me. It is high. I cannot attain unto it. Verse 7. Whither shall I go from thy spirit, or whither shall I flee from thy presence? Verse 8. If I ascend up into heaven, thou art there. If I make my bed in hell, behold, thou art there. Verse 9. If I take the wings of the morning, and dwell in the uttermost parts of the sea. Verse 10. Even there shall thy hand lead me, and thy right hand shall hold me. Verse 11. If I say, surely the darkness shall cover me, even the night shall be light about me. Verse 12. Yea, the darkness hideth not from thee, but the night shineth as the day. The darkness and the light are both alike to thee. Verse 13. For thou hast possessed my reins, thou hast covered me in my mother's womb. Verse 14. I will praise thee, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvellous are thy works, and that my soul knoweth right well. Verse 15. My substance was not hid from thee, when I was made in secret, and curiously wrought in the lowest parts of the earth. Verse 16. Thine eyes did see my substance, yet being unperfect, and in thy book all thy members were written, which in continuance were fashioned, when as yet there was none of them. Verse 17. How precious also are thy thoughts unto me, O God! How great is the sum of them! Verse 18. If I should count them, they are more in number than the sand. When I awake, I am still with thee. Verse 19. Surely thou wilt slay the wicked, O God. Depart from me, therefore, ye bloody men. Verse 20. For they speak against thee wickedly, and thine enemies take thy name in vain. Verse 21. Do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee? And am not I grieved with those that rise up against thee? Verse 22. I hate them with perfect hatred. I count them mine enemies. Verse 23. Search me, O God, and know my heart. Try me, and know my thoughts. Verse 24. And see if there be any wicked way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting.